Certainly was an interesting takeoff. I don't know if any of it got on video, but we are up and flying, and a bit too much everything. I'm not sure what's going on. RSSI 75, which is good, 68, so signal's looking alright.
Throttle hold, throttle release.
Okay, that's a bad one to do. We've climbed up pretty high now, but we've got no altitude displaying. The variometer of the Vario-H doesn't seem to be working. Timer 26 seconds, which is wrong. But anyway, you get that. So I didn't know which buttons to be pressing. Taranis is up quite, the YC14 is up very high now. Still 75 signal strength. That's well above any cut-off. What we might do is just fly about and see what we can get. I'm still 66 tons of signal strength, and I should have put the camera on board because the plane is certainly quite a distance away. I do have the trim, Insta trim on this here, and it was a godsend because it was flying awful on takeoff. So certainly helped me to get it trimmed fast. Basically stick it to straight and level flight, and then hit Insta trim and bingo, and I'll be able to transfer those settings to sub trim. Well, the plane is a speck in the sky at the moment. It's just likes to climb under half throttle.
2 minutes.
We got 2 minutes. Let's do a
Flaps 1.
With flaps on, we're rolling to the left.
Flaps 1. Flaps up.
There we go, flaps
Flaps
2.
1. Flaps 2.
Whoa,
Flaps
really
1.
rolling to the
Flaps
right.
up.
So I'm going to put FPV on it for the next flight now that I'm comfortable that this is going. 73, and it's up high. There you go. The sticks feel really good, that's for sure. I got a bit confused with all the buttons because I got throttle cut and timer, and I think I might have them assigned a little bit different to my well, that's a long way away now. I would never have flown this far on the orange. Maybe it would have gone this far, but I've never had the courage to fly that far. That's a long way away. I'll just turn around. In fact, I can't even tell which way the plane's flying. There we go. Now we're coming back. Oh boy, we're a long way up. A long way up. Now, yeah, this would be great with the camera. Bit of FPV on board. I like the alarm on the signal strength. We haven't had a critical. I got about 30-40 paces on the ground and I was getting critical, but as you can see we've got RSSI of about 70-72, which is heaps. The only thing is
4 minutes.
I'll never hear battery alarm at that range. I might just change sides here. Means the plane's now way out to the west. RSSI 70. Actually don't have to keep looking at it because it is set up to alarm me at low and critical. So we're heading back over towards us now. One good thing today, the clouds are out, so while there's a bit of sun behind them, a little bit of glare, it's not bad where it is right now. Yeah, I never would have flown that far on the DSM-2 orange transmitter. Again, not because it wouldn't have done that range necessarily, but I would have had no idea how close I was to losing the transmitter and
5
the model.
minutes.
I like the voice prompting, 5 minutes. You usually get about 19-20 minutes depending on the throttle of this model. It is a little windy today, so although the throttle's been quite low for most of this so far. I'm kind of back in the like 300 metre range now. It's still high, but flying relatively close, although I'm heading off to the west now. I suspect that I'm well and truly off to the west. Oh my goodness, that's a long way now. It's flown a long way. If it was to just die all of a sudden, I'd be in a lot of trouble. So we're turning around, do the sensible thing, not wait for the warnings. That was far enough away. A little bit of trim, the wind's just getting me
6 minutes.
a little bit. Let's try a bit of rudder. I don't do much rudder on this plane, doesn't really need it. Its turns are quite nice, doesn't slip. I'm not sure how we're going to go with a landing today, because the flaps are really not where they need to be, or the flapper-ons trim-wise. I wish the variometer was working, because I'd like to know what altitude that is, so I don't know if I've got something wrong, or I guess I have. Running the new X8R receiver with the Vario-H hubless barometric altitude measuring device. Sorry if I'm rambling, but I'm just watching the model, holding the controls
7
up.
minutes.
Yeah, a bit of a turn there. I might just go up onto full rates and see how it plays. Oh yeah, oh, yeah, it's pretty good. We're up on full rates with all the other stuff, I guess. Just ailerons that I had down a bit lower. Not really. Yeah, she's pretty darn twitchy. Just, I got no expo on at all. So we'll just go down into, I think that's 80% throw, no expo. And then 70%, which just makes it, for the filming stuff, just makes it all that more forgiving. And sort of bump the sticks without getting too much bumping on the video. So we go hands off. And just get him straight, let him fly. Good model, this one. I can actually do this sort of stuff and not worry too much about where the model is. Just take the odd peek every now and again. I wonder why this is...
8 minutes.
I should look up. Oh yeah, the plane's circling. Or am I rolling out the right way or not? Can't tell. It's got a little bit high while I've been talking. So my throttle was up over half. There we go. Wow, it's up high again. It's 8 minutes, RSSI 72, altitude not working. SWR is literally the standing wave ratio on the transmitter antenna, telling us whether it's good or bad. I might just play with the antenna position, see how we go with RSSI. When it's straight up and pointing at the model, 57. When it's down sideways, 73. Wow, massive difference side on to the model. SWR's come up a little bit just as it gets closer to the thing there, 68, plenty of signal strength. So they'll announce the time again shortly, I'm sure.
9 minutes.
We do have other displays here. We've got the battery, the receiver, 4.8 volts, longitude, latitude, minimum RSSI is 09. That would have been a failure, but I'm sure that happened on the ground. I hope that happened on the ground. The plane's getting a little bit high now, so I'll just drop the throttle and let it glide. This would be a good one, Douglas, if I had the video on board, because we are just going to glide for a while now. No idea how high I am. Pretty high. So we're doing some fairly steep turns, get it down quickly. That sticky throttle got me. Hit throttle cut, you don't get throttle back, the old orange. I suspect it's the same on the Spectrum. When you cut throttle, if you bring it back on, it's just wherever your stick is. This one,
10 minutes.
This one here, you have to go to 0 throttle to get it to spin up again. So we're at 10 minutes now, still flying all right. When I do land, I'm gonna do come in a bit hot. I'll come in without flaps. We're flying a long way away again. I really wish I'd put the camera on now. The YC-14 rarely goes up without a camera on board, but I thought that's a long way away now, and we've still got 64 RSSI. So I don't know which, yeah, it took me a while to work out whether I'd turned or what direction it was going. It's still heading away.
11 minutes.
11 minutes in. I had a 12-minute battery flight on the 11.5 minutes in really windy conditions last flight. And that was with a new set of batteries, which I'm not sure if it was the wind or the batteries, so I'm going to come back in case the battery alarm starts going. Yes, I forgot to get a battery sensor, a voltage sensor for the lipos. I thought that the A1, which only reads the receiver, the back of battery voltage effectively, was going to do both voltages, but it doesn't. Don't know why I thought that. Lack of research perhaps. But anyway, T9 Hobbies. Yeah, T9 Hobbies, Richard in the UK will look after me.
12 minutes.
For an FAS-100 I guess. FrSky voltage sensor 01. The plane's flying pretty slow. I'd say it is dropping some volts, but okay, I'm just going to move back out here to a bit more of a normal flying position. It's very uncomfortable holding it there the whole flight. Very happy with that, especially Insta trim. Wow, that is the best. So this is almost making the YC-14 very boring, no camera on board. We might fly over some... No, we don't fly over people, do we? We might just go over...
13 minutes.
13 minutes? Good. Oh, wind's got me. Come back. There we go. Oh, it's getting really bumpy down at the lower altitudes here. You see the range is like the lower altitude. Flying out. Oh, I've got the back light on with any movement stick as well. I'll have to be turning that off. That's pretty silly. Don't need that. Really drop some throttle now. It should be coming back down to Mother Earth. Really nice plane. If anyone wants to scratch build a fly it anywhere, anytime, Mikey'sRC.com. That's the YC-14 he's got on there. The darn thing just wants to fly. Twin engine.
14 minutes.
Well, feels to me, well, the wing's really getting me down low. Like it's really bumpy. I need to land from the east, I guess, because the wind is blowing that way, particularly if I'm coming in without flaps. Trim up a little bit in nose. I don't know if I've got it in view. Watch it a bit closer now that I'm down around the tree line. A little less time for mistakes. I don't know where the... Oh, wow, there's a lot of wind. Yeah, no, we won't get it flying past even on the video. Oh, wow. The wind is really awful.
Minutes.
Losing a lot of control down here at low height. I'm a bit scared to put on flaps because they're not going to be even remotely trimmed. You just try.
Flaps 1.
Suppose we could do the Insta trim.
Flaps 1.
There we go.
Flaps 1.
Whoa! Nah, it's flying ugly.
Flaps up.
And that old Insta trim is nice. Wow, it doesn't want to land. Well, here we go. We're going to come in for a landing now anyway. And it's a nice touchdown. So, which is my timer, this one? 15:53. I also have... I don't want to reset anything there. I wanted to look at the... to limit the... How do I look at it? I can't remember how. I can look at flight statistics somewhere in there, but anyway, I'll have to work it out because I had throttle % on. So when oh, here we go, 16. Oh, that's unusual. Oh yeah, because I didn't start my actual timer. So I had throttle on for 16 minutes 55 seconds, any amount of throttle above 0, and I started my timer at 15:53. So yeah, pretty happy with that. It's a nice unit. I'll head throttle cut.
Throttle hold.
Interesting how
Throttle release. Throttle hold.
the props just spun up for a second then, just turned a few times, but alright, that's it. Just swing around and have a look at the where I parked the model.
Throttle hold. Throttle release. Throttle hold. Flaps 1. Flaps up.
That's it. I'll go retrieve it. And that's it. The Taranis had its maiden today. That's us done.